Here is your Monday market update. I've been paying pretty close attention to Pierce and King County. Quite a bit up north also, working with some buyers up there. More specifically, the houses, the activity that's been happening in Pierce and King County. Also one of my own that just hit the market in Kent that I'm co-listing with my man, Josh Bonavista, my fan bam. I wouldn't want to waste your time, trying to advertise a new listing that just hit the market when I'm trying to give you some knowledge on what is happening in the real estate market. I wouldn't, waste any of your time. This is a 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath house. You don't want to know about this recent house that just hit the market. This isn't for advertisement purposes. This is for knowledge base. I want to give you guys a lot of knowledge, not talk about this over 2,100 square foot house. I am here to talk to you about the real estate market and what's happening. Before the weekend, Mr. Powell had a announcement, not really an announcement. He hinted at some stuff that rates might be coming down. Watch this video and I'll give you my take.
From Fox, I'm Andy Mack. On Friday in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, Fed Reserve Chair Jerome Powell said that obviously the conditions, quote, may warrant a change, a interest rate cut coming up in September. And coming from Powell, that is certainly strong language. And potentially a lot has changed since this tour happened with President Donald Trump there at the Fed Reserve building, as we could see and all indications of potentially rate cut come September. The Fed Chair Jerome Powell on Friday gave a tepid indication of a possible interest rate cut ahead, as he noted a high level of uncertainty that is making the job difficult for monetary policymakers, saying, quote, with policy in restrictive territory, the baseline outlook and the shifting balance of risks may warrant adjusting our policy stance. Let's be joined.
Before giving you my take on this video right here, let's jump into Pierce County, because this is what I specialize in because I live there. Active on the market. I went back as July because I don't know, the numbers weren't quite adding up to me, and they still really don't. But I wanted to share with you my findings in Pierce County alone. Residential properties that came active to the market with just over 1,500 houses in Pierce County, along with houses that went pending was just over 1,200 houses. Now, the surprising number that caught me off guard a little bit was the houses that sold, which was just about 1,800 houses that sold. I determined this was caused by the number of houses that have been sitting on the market a long time. Now, the buyers who took advantage of that market, which were still a little bit in that market, they took advantage of the fact that houses were sitting on the market a little bit longer and they were able to get a deal. I can confirm that I've had some buyers that I was able to save $10,000, $20,000, even $30,000 on some of their purchases. So I think that's why we have so many more houses that sold in Pierce County in comparison to houses that went active or pending. Now, my 2 cents on what Powell had to say, what I think is going to happen is absolutely nothing. I think it's good that he's showing some hope to the public, but it's kind of like, you ever get invited to go out on the weekend and you say, you know what, yeah, I think I'm gonna make it, or I might make it, or it would be good if I don't have anything else going on, I'll be out there. But in the back of your head, I'm not, I don't want to. Who knows, when the time comes though, you might change your mind. So in my opinion, I don't think anything is going to change. Rates, I continue to watch the video. They're going to have 3 more meetings before the year is up, but we might see 1 or 2 slight changes. I don't think it's going to be anything drastic. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. For a lot of them buyers out there who are on the fence right now, not sure whether or not, oh God, I want to buy a house, but rates are high. Oh, I want to sell my house, but I can't buy because the rates are so high. You have to do what's comfortable for you. If you're comfortable with what's going on, you realize you can make changes in the future, but get yourself established, fantastic. If you're worried about it, there's might be a good reason. Maybe there's a good reason you shouldn't be buying yourself a house right now, because you could be putting yourself in a hole. I know some people that just, you never know what life is going to throw your way. There could be a curveball that hits you, and all of a sudden you are stuck, or worse. But let's get on a positive note. You know, that house that I mentioned in Kentwalk, beautiful. That's actually in the neighborhood of Mr. Josh Buenavista. We're co-listing that together. He's the one who scooped that up. He's doing an amazing job. If you're in King County and want a fantastic agent, you reach out to him. If you want a fantastic agent in Pierce County, I happen to know somebody. So I'm Douglas Strauss with eXp Realty. I hope you have a fantastic week.